What's up, party people? This is your boy Chaz here with another edition of All Types of Idol, where I come to you talking about what went down tonight on American Idol, where the top 8 girls fight for a spot in the coveted Final 12 and to perform on the big stage on American Idol. So this is the point where we're going to cross the threshold from semi-finalist to finalist. And girls, you gotta step it up. Now, you don't have to adjust your screen or anything. If you see my eyes is like unbearably red because I'm just recovering from pink eye. I couldn't see for the last 2 days, really. My eyes were kind of closed. So this is the best day I had because my eyes are wide open. But they're still kind of red, so I'm still kind of suffering from it. So sorry if you feel grossed out looking at my eyes. You can just kind of close your eyes and just listen to what I gotta say. First up was Miss Katie Stevens, and she decided to sing Breakaway by Clarkson, and I thought it was the best of the 3 songs that she displayed in the semifinals. I felt like she did connect to it on some kind of level. The only problem was I thought the song was a little too big. When you're tackling Clarkson, you have to have the vocals to back it up, and I felt like throughout the chorus she was just under the note once again, and I think when she hits the chorus, I thought it was good, but just the whole vibe of it, it felt boring, you know? It didn't have that youthful vibe. Even though it is a current song, it still didn't have that youthful vibe, you know, that she should have displayed, you know? She came across a little bit like a girl in her 20s. She's still in her 16s. Again, it frustrates me because I like this girl. If she picks the right song, like JoJo, Little Too Late, maybe, I could see her having a really good week and really standing out. Granted, this was probably the best I've heard in the semifinals, but at the same time, I thought she was one of the worst again this week. And next up was Siobhan Magnus, and she already put a smile on my face because she picked one of my absolute favorite songs of all time, The Animals' House of the Rising Sun. And when she started off a cappella, and I absolutely love when people do that because you know what, when it segues into the song, that's a true test. If you stay on pitch as the band's going, that's amazing. And to do that, I thought it was amazing. You know, I loved how her voice rised along with the arrangement of the song. Even though the arrangement wasn't all that great, what I loved about Siobhan is that, you know, the song meant a lot to her, and you can feel that when she sings that. And she gives a great vocal to boot. So even though it wasn't her best, again, I thought it was another great performance from her. She's 3 for 3. She definitely deserves to be in this top 12. Next up was Lacey Brown, and she decided to sing The Story by Brandi Carlile. Now, at first, I was really scared because I actually love this song, and the fact that Lacey's doing it even scares me more because let's say she's not one of my favorites, alright? But actually, I thought that this was her best vocal to date. I actually really enjoyed it this week. I liked it. And here's why I liked it so much. Brandi sings in a chest voice and it breaks into her head voice, and that's what I love about that song, is just that breaking of the vocals because it gives it like a raw kind of feel. And I felt like Lacey did that in her own unique way, still kept that kind of break in the song, and it fits her very well. I thought that this showed off her voice in the right light, and what's even better is that she kept it soft the whole time. I'm glad that she didn't attempt to go heavy on the rocker part, just kind of kept it soft because it was more in her zone, and it really worked out for her. I thought she was one of the best of the night, and I never thought I'd say that. She actually might make the top 12, and it sucks because you'll know why later when I say it. Next up was Caitlin Epperly, and she decided to sing a Carole King song, I Feel the Earth Move, and I groaned because I can't stand the song. I don't know why she picked this song, because this song does nothing for her voice. You know, especially after last week singing The Scientist. So I think that she really blew it with this song choice. I felt it was boring, and the arrangement was awful. I think she shouldn't have even played the keyboard at all because it just added nothing to it. I actually thought that Kim Caldwell's version was even better than Caitlin's version, and that was back in what, 2003? And it hurts me to say because I started to like Caitlin, but now she's taking 2 steps back from me. Next up was Didi Benami, who I felt was the opposite of Caitlyn. She was an early favorite of mine, then started slipping. This week she decided to do a Fleetwood Mac song called Rhiannon, whatever the name is, because I can never get that name right. I love the song, never get the name right. But let me tell you what, Didi is back, folks. Back to the form where I love her. She's playing on her acoustic guitar. She's intimate. For me, the vocals were a little pinched in the nose, got a little nasal, but the song fits her well. I thought she performed it well. She almost had a moment for me, but like I said, if it wasn't for the nasalness, I would have beat this over the Scientist. But all in all, I think Didi's back. She put herself back in the running. I just hope now she gains momentum and stays there. Next up was Paige Miles, and she decided to sing Smile, which was originally done by Chaplin, but it has been covered by Jermaine Jackson and Michael Jackson, and pretty much the Jacksons. Speaking of the Jacksons, I felt like I was back in that day when we were watching the Michael Jackson funeral, and Jermaine sang this, and the song moved me to tears. Again, the song moved me to tears tonight, but for a different reason, because I really think Paige blew it. It was so boring. I felt like I was at a wake. And on top of that, she looked uncomfortable. She sounded uncomfortable. The first note I heard her utter, it was so shaky and so low. I was like, dreary arrangement. And then I was like, her voice could not handle that. And what even hurts me more, she has personality and she does the rock soul thing. It would have behooved her. She's gonna do a ballad, do a power ballad, because she has power in her voice. The song did nothing for her voice. I felt it was awful, and if she had only cried, that would have gotten some pity votes and that would have saved her. But she held back her crying, which kills me, because I think that she is one of the best vocalists there, but she's just not showing it with these awful song choices. Next up was Crystal Bowersox, and she decided to tackle Give Me One Reason by Tracy Chapman. Now forgive me, I know the fans are going to boo me on this one. I kind of have to disagree with the judges just a teeny bit. I didn't think it was the best performance from her. I felt that, like Casey, she should have researched her song, because this song has been done over and over again on Idol. And on top of that, I really felt that she didn't bring anything new to the song. Yes, this is her type of vibe, and I think she did sing it decently. However, there was not really any change-ups that really reminded me of Crystal. Maybe the ending. The ending was kind of cool. But other than that, I just felt that it was very safe and really something that Tracy Chapman would do, you know, and nothing that would associate with Crystal, to be honest with you, if you kind of get what I'm saying. So, all in all, I think she was overrated, but she was good. But I'm not too worried about Crystal. She's definitely making the top 12. The last one to perform tonight is Miss Lilly Scott, and she decided to sing I Fall to Pieces by Patsy Cline. And actually, I have to agree with Simon. I really felt that this was a very old-fashioned song choice, and I don't really think she brought anything new. I kind of disagree with Randy, Ellen, and Kara. I don't think she really made it current. There's not much you can do to make that song kind of current. It's stuck in its period time. Patsy Cline is a great singer in her time, so I thought that she did a nice homage to Patsy Cline. However, again, I kind of didn't see Lilly tonight. I didn't really care for it either. And I'm kind of worried for her in the sense that she could be forgotten, but then I remember she's in the pimp spot. So she's definitely safe. So all in all, tonight was very boring, and I thought these girls would bring it because it's for a spot in the big stage, so you think that they would fight more, but no. I actually felt like a lot of girls took a step back. Here are my rankings. Number 1 was Didi Benami. Number 2 was Siobhan Magnus. Number 3 was, surprisingly, Lacey Brown. Number 4, Crystal Bowersox. Number 5, Lilly Scott. And in my bottom 3 are as follows. Number 6 is Katie Stevens. Number 7 is Caitlyn Epperly. And down in the bottom of the barrel is Paige Miles. As far as who I think is going to go home, this is really tough. I still have that little inkling that Lacey Brown might go home, but I severely doubt it after that good performance. So the person I think is going to go home is Caitlyn. I don't want her to go home, but it's almost like a case of too little too late for winning me over. So I felt that she really did blow it. As far as the second person, I want to say Katie, but knowing that she's the only 17-year-old left in the competition, I really think that Paige is going to go home. So there you have it, another edition of All Types of Idol finished. Now, next week, since I had pink eye, again, I have to catch up on lots of hours. So I will be working tomorrow, so you won't get really a review from me until after the fact. Alright, so sorry if that's late again, but I can't help it. I gotta work my Wednesdays. So until next time, go. Love, peace, chicken grease.